I'm at PowerCon, and I'm at the Mondo presentation. This is going to be great. Jay over Keep That Life is doing something crazy, so we're going to try and crash his panel. Don't tell him. I want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreon and channel member supporters. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are the best. It really means a lot and really helps the channel to keep growing.
Are you taking a really long selfie video? Time lapse?
I'm just here to heckle. It's okay. You guys just do what you're doing. I'll jump in every now and then.
Is the title going to be Mondo has a panel?
Oh my gosh.
Mondo beat up the McFarlane guys and canceled their panel.
Okay, you got this in reverse. I'm supposed to heckle you guys, not the other way around.
We'll help ourselves, thank you very much.
Krampus. Nice. That's the first Krampus too.
Yeah.
That's the good one. I mean, they're both good.
Jesus!
No, they're both great. They're both great.
I did actually.
You got that?
I did actually.
Nice. Hello, and welcome to the 2023 PowerCon Mondo Panel. My name is Jay Gladfelter from Geek Dad Life, and I'm honored to be moderating this esteemed group here today. Thank you. I want to introduce our wonderful panelists from Mondo. First up, we got Hector Arce, Senior Creative Director of Voice and Next up, we got Peter Santamaria, Senior Art Director. Then we got Bob Fulkerson, Senior Director of Merchandising and Sales.
Bob. I am not Guillermo del Toro. I see it on your faces.
And we got Alex Brewer, Creative Manager / Sculptor.
You can see all the X-Men figures he's done, man. They're amazing.
Beautiful. But anyway, super excited. You'll have a ton of stuff that you want to unveil today. There it is over there. Perfect. So should we get this thing going?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's move along.
We have a little video to show off here.
Yeah.
Kind of a celebration of all of our Masters of the Universe line. And these were all taken by Raul Brewer, who's our photographer. He's in Spain and he's amazing.
He also has a 1/6 scale Greyskull in his house.
Oh my
I
god.
have a 1/6 scale.
I was going to ask about that.
Snake mountain.
I was going to
It's
ask.
really.
Both questions still after the video.
You're killing me.
Can't wait.
I didn't realize Mondo kept a full orchestra and choir.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all retainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that singing was Hector and Peter.
We're gonna harmonize right now.
But yeah, sitting there with the deluxe Skeletor, I know you want to kind of dig into that, but just what an incredible looking figure. And yeah, I think you all want to kind of dig into the creation of it.
Yeah, so we thought we would share with you all the making of Skeletor and kind of show you a little bit about behind the scenes process of how we usually do stuff. And yeah, we can get right into it. We can start off with the concept art, which is basically, this is kind of where we get started with, initial sketches, and then into the final concept art. This is done by Emiliano, who, I don't know if all of you know him, he's Lord of Power. He's been with, working with Mondo for, I don't even know, 7 years, and he's been the behind-the-scenes orchestrator of a lot of the designs that we do for MOTU and a lot of some other figures as well. But he's amazing, and he'll send over a sketch. Him and I will discuss back and forth what I like, what I dislike, what we can improve, what we can change, and then you can see his final work on over there on the left-hand side.
And he's a nice guy.
Super nice guy.
One of the best.
What's his boot number? He's here.
Yeah, he's at the Dragon Ball.
That's the Dragon Order. Yeah. It's a big. They're there. It's awesome.
We're so prepared.
But yeah, so like, is like in that relationship, is there a lot of back and forth, or is it like, here's my idea, please fix it, or is it a bit of everything?
With Emiliano, I'll just kind of give him a rundown of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so these are the main points I want to hit. This is the kind of style I want to go for. And he's so amazing that he's kind of just, most of the time, just nails it right away. He's just like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he just has a design aesthetic, and he knows his property like no other person. So him just going at it, I just kind of let him do his thing. I'll have some notes here and there, but for the most part, I trust him.
Yeah.
And he just does amazing work.
Beautiful.
Who has Skeletor on pre-order? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So after that, we go into sculpting using his concept art. And then here's some images of the digital sculpt. So we go into ZBrush. There on the right-hand side, you can kind of see like an early mock-up of it. We were just kind of testing out some of the forms, testing out what the dragon was going to look like, just exploration. And this was done by our in-house sculptor, who's not here with us today. His name's Tommy Hudges. He's amazing. He's been working with Mondo for a long time.
Let's give some claps to Tom.
Yeah, he's amazing. And this is kind of a look at what he did, in ZBrush. We use ZBrush as a sculpting tool, and it's just incredible. Yeah, Emiliano's art, it's always cool to see it as a concept, but then when you take it into sculpt, there's so much that changes in terms of putting it into a 3D space and making sure all of it actually works well, and it looks fine, the proportions are fine. And one thing that we did want to do with this figure was readjust the engineering. So Skeletor actually is a brand new body, even though it may not seem like it. I made it a point that we didn't change it aesthetically too much, because I wanted it to still look good with all the other figures, but the articulation of the waist, especially, he actually has waist articulation. And we did small adjustments, like adjusting the length of his biceps so his arms look a little longer, and just small little tweaks here and there to the articulation to make it function better. And that's something that we felt it was time for an update, because we had been using the same tooling for the last 7 years. So yeah, and then you can see the dragon and stuff like that. After that, and speaking of engineering, this is what it looks like.
Ooh, what
These
the
are
heck?
all the parts that went into Skeletor. These are all the ball joints. These are all the separations. It's like 50 pieces, if not more.
I see all you 3D printer owners out there.
But the one thing is like, how did you get the dragon to be both its own figure and be able to like look good on it? Like, how do you do that in concept and then make sure it works in like reality?
It took a long time. It took a minute. The first goal when we decided to do dragon armor was the dragon has to be removable. I want him to be able to walk the dragon like a boss. It was like the first thing.
Why is the chain?
Yeah, he has a chain. I told Emiliano we're making it an articulated figure. Let's just and he concepted it out. And then when Tommy went in to do it, it was a lot of exploration. It was a lot of take back some things, keep some things around.
Because it has to sit well on him and
Yeah.
feel natural
Exactly.
on his back,
Yeah.
while also being able to articulate and move. So
Yeah, it was a big deal for him to look cool when he was on his back, and also attach easily. So he has like a softer PVC collar, so like you can just kind of open it up a little bit and put it inside the little slot, and he just kind of sits there perfectly. His little claws kind of clamp on.
Yeah.
It's it's awesome.
There was like 5 or 6 different attachment iterations that we went through.
Yeah. We tried magnets at first. We tried like actually just chains holding it up. And we tried different things, but once you actually 3D print them and you get to hold them in hand, it's a whole nother ballgame. So you have to go back and readjust things. And I want it to be easy for you all to be able to put it on and remove it without it like being a hassle and looking funky. So yeah, I think we nailed it. And then after, this is, just showing you the engineering and all the different little parts that go into it. But then once we 3D print, we go into painting. And this was done by one of our painters that we work with. And it's just a little sample of what he did to just bring this figure to life. Because I think without a good deco, without a good paint application, like it can make or break a great sculpt. And we focus so much time on making sure our paint applications are just as good, if not better, sometimes than the sculpt.
Yeah, it's amazing to see just how much work goes into it, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with the process, but getting to work closely with the team and being able to see all the figures that you don't even know about yet, and in the process and how they, develop, it's humbling. It's amazing to see that blown out shot with all the pieces. You don't think about that when you're holding a figure. Each one has to be sculpted and calculated and fit and make sure nothing can be off, or else,
Yeah, so it's a long process. Sometimes our pre-production process can be, anywhere, if we're lucky, from like 2 months to 6 months. Battle Cat took almost a year.
Yeah.
She-Ra was what, 2? Was it 2 years?
She-Ra was almost 2 years of
it's
trying.
long.
Yeah, She-Ra was 2 years to just nail down, because it was going to be our first female figure for MOTU, and we really wanted we just wanted to pay respect to the character and everything. So.
And she still looks badass.
Yeah.
But it's good to know too, like where sometimes us as collectors, like, come on, I want my figure. There's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah. And then, we, as you all see, if you came by our booth, we put a lot of emphasis. Mondo is also a poster company, and we have records, and we do all that kind of stuff.
We work closely with artists.
Yeah, we work closely with a lot of amazing artists, and one of those is Florian Bertmer, who, the giant Panthor art that you see down there, that's his. The Battle Cat art, all the packaging art is done by Florian. He's been doing it since the beginning of this line. And here's a little look at his initial sketch that he turned in for the Skeletor packaging. And I just gave him a couple notes. I was like, I want more lightning, and blah blah. I want to see the Havoc staff a bit more, and that kind of stuff.
Yes, with the Snake Mountain in there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
When you get these boxes, if you don't already, take time to explore the artwork. He's such a detailed artist, and it makes it impossible to throw these boxes away.
The best note I've ever seen come from Hector was more evil lines.
I did say that once.
There are more evil.
There is, clearly. At least 15%.
Yeah, I'll be like, it needs to be more metal, man. And Florian understands what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't say that to everybody, but Florian knows. I'm like, more metal? He's like, I got you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would love to get some of these pieces as prints and posters.
Oh, yeah.
Would you guys be into that? Yeah, I'd love to get some that are poster size, maybe for the real iconic shots, and maybe, I don't know how many of you stack your figures in detolfs, but it'd be cool to get some 12x12 backdrops.
That'd
be cool, right? Well, that's right, we don't have it anymore, yeah.
Velour wall tapestries.
Oh, there we go.
Again, the room was quiet on me.
And yeah, so basically that's kind of the main part that we take care of internally, and then after that, it goes to our manufacturer, and that's a whole other process of making sure everything works out. But lastly, we do when we get the figure, we go to Raul. You saw those amazing photos up earlier in the video, and this is just kind of some of the stuff he did for Skeletor. And he's such a fan, and he just knows this property so well. I don't know if you all know, on the right-hand side, that's an homage to the mini comic cover. And he'll do those little Easter eggs. If you're a hardcore fan, you're gonna recognize it right away. And that's what we love about his photography. It's also cinematic.
Someone take these pictures and send them to Hollywood, right? This is the movie we want to see.
Movie, right?
Yeah.
Let's watch this movie.
This is what we need to finally get the MOTU movie across.
When we talk about the figure designs internally, we do what if we were concepting the movie? That's what drives us. If you were doing a movie, you'd want to pay homage to all the different elements, the animation, the comics, etc. But it's gotta stand up against all the films that would come out today. So
100%.
Yep. So yeah, that's about it when it comes to the whole behind the scenes with Skeletor. I think if you guys are ready, we can go.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
We can go.
No, I think we got some reveals. Right?
We got the reveal.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's really good.
We harmonized. I told you we harmonized. I told you
You're the one singing in the video, Bob.
It wasn't a joke.
we're not blowing smoke.
So some of you may have seen this at Comic-Con, but we are going to be doing, this is the full reveal of this. So you're getting the full thing right now. So we love Mask of the Phantasm, one of the best movies.
Yes.
Batman movies of all time. So, and Alex over here, he's the one who sculpted this. Alex, you want to do anything?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler, if you haven't seen the movie, that's an identity.
Yeah, this was super fun to work on, and yeah, getting to do the Andrea Beaumont additional piece was really fun to be able to make that work.
And we mentioned this before, but this torso is supposed to come off, in case you get
Too soon, too soon.
But how do you approach? Because we saw it, or just the one part of it, Comic-Con. But how do you make it work for both, figures? Essentially?
It wasn't easy. It took quite a bit of back and forth. I think we definitely prioritized the Phantasm, making sure that it really looked impressive. But if you did want the option of displaying it unmasked,
At one point it was. We were gonna do both. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But,
that'd be cool.
But because the animation gets to cheat. You get to cheat in how the shape of the body goes.
Yeah. So we ended up compromising on this, she's gonna have a soft little torso, but the legs have to look great on both figures.
Yes.
So that was a lot of back and forth.
So it's a little bit more of a muscular, more Batman-like body than the sort of formless look in the animation.
Yeah.
But I think it works better for the articulation too.
Right on, we can get on to, some of you may have seen the Juggernaut soft vinyl at Comic-Con, if you saw photos of it, but
massive chunk.
this is one of our colorways. It's going to be the black suit variant that I just wanted to share with you all because we love this figure so much, and it's just a massive piece of soft vinyl.
This figure actually was not necessarily planned. We have our Friday meetings where we just get together. It's a little more loose, less tense, and we just come up with brainstorming ideas, and we're like, we got the Marvel soft vinyl license. What should we do there that would be great in vinyl? And we just all went, Juggernaut. Big Juggernaut.
And then, of course, if you're going to do Juggernaut, and if you're a fan of Colossus, then you have to do the Colossus variant of Juggernaut. So, yeah, we're super excited about these figures that are coming out soon. And
These are pending licensure approval.
It's right there.
it's on it. It says it at the bottom.
I have the internet, people do not read.
Yeah, say it before every slide. So X-Men, I don't know if anyone's X-Men fans are in here.
What are we collecting the X-Men animated line? Yeah, get ready for this.
So, we're doing.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So we're doing something special with Ro. I really wanted to capture her strength, and I feel like that doesn't get captured enough. That she's super strong, especially in that show. So we had little nods like a hand holding a broken gun, but or rifle, blaster, whatever you want to call it. But then we had it's gonna come with a base, like a sentinel base that's all destroyed. So that's something new to the line that we haven't done before, but we felt it would be really fitting for Ro. Alex also sculpted this.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite X-Men from the cartoon, so it was a blast getting to work on it.
And you got the right amount of hair.
Yeah,
The hair was the most important part to get right. And I don't know if anyone noticed at the bottom there, that's a special thing that we were able to get through, and we're really stoked if anyone watched that animation back in the day.
Goth Road.
Well, speaking of Rogue and the X-Men, you can't kind of have an X-Men line without Cyclops.
Nice.
And this will be our first official X-Men 97 from the upcoming animated series. Cyclops, 1/6.
The jacket goes on.
Yeah, so the jacket will be swappable, like our Logan figure that we just put out for Comic-Con. So it'll be, the arms will pop off, you throw the jacket on, pop the arms on, type of thing. And we have a couple of different blasters. We have our laser beams, and we have a little homage to the X-Men the Animated Series episode where Scott and Jean are getting married, and Wolverine is pretty upset about it. So he has this dream, or he goes in a danger room and he's fighting, and Scott eventually turns into a sentinel. So we have that head there. In case people watch that episode and remember it.
Deep cuts.
Deep cuts is what we like to do. Alex was also a sculptor on this one.
How do you? Because when I saw it earlier, how can you compensate for the blast effect not being too heavy that it would pull something
Well, I mean, as you can see here, it's like it'll be it's attached to the visor. It's like a swappable visor piece, and it will likely plug into his face. Head.
Yeah, his whole face with the visor's just gonna go right into there.
But it's a process. Cool. It's like manned out with his wings.
Yeah, right. It's like
some engineering. You gotta like balance it.
Yeah.
So we do have a reveal for an announcement.
This is big.
Oh, this is big. This is big. Get your cameras out.
Yeah. Like a J.
So a lot of people have been asking about, you're doing X-Men the animated series. There's another animated series from the 90s that was really popular and has a big fan base. So we are proud to announce that we are doing
Oh, man.
We're starting with Spider-Man, obviously, and this is kind of like a look of basically a lot of what's coming with it. And Alex, you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this concept art is based off the sculpt. Like all the stuff has been sculpted, and yeah, and he's one of the things we wanted to capture is that the cartoon really features like a more muscular Spider-Man. It's definitely that like based off that like John Romita Sr. and that's my favorite version of Spider-Man. So we really wanted to have that come across. And yeah, there's always like fun nods. Like he's got his camera that has like a piece of web attached to the back of it, and a photo from Mary Jane, which also is sculpted.
He sculpted a full Mary Jane.
Yeah, so that's a full Mary Jane sculpt in that photo.
Overachiever.
Yeah. He was like, oh, I think a picture of Mary Jane would be really cool. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Let's have someone draw it up. He's like, I actually sculpted it. And already mocked it up. I was like, oh, okay. It looks great.
Is that a camera with the web on it? Like,
Yeah.
And then we, again, little nods to the series. We thought it'd be fun to see, little nods to Green Goblin holding a Goblin mask.
Yeah.
You're gonna have his mask. He can hold that little mask that you see there on the side, Spider-Man.
The Peter sculpt is amazing.
The Peter head, yeah, it looks awesome. We really wanted to capture that look. It's such a unique look for Peter.
And what's that like kind of black?
Yeah, the black stuff.
Yeah.
Black stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do Spider-Man without Symbiote.
Oh, wow.
We will have a Symbiote Spider-Man variant. He'll come with his own set of accessories, and obviously you'll look brand new paint scheme and all that.
I love the blue paint on that.
Right?
It's so good.
That's one of the coolest part about that show is that they had those blue outlines that comics had with like Venom and all that. Yeah, it stands out. It gives it a unique feel. And
Gives it that volume.
Yeah, we really wanted to capture that. So
I cannot wait for that. That's the dream of my childhood, that figure. Right?
yeah, I mean, and, Venom would be a dream too.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Should we do Venom?
Venom confirmed.
Yeah.
I got it.
I got it.
Are you live on YouTube right now?
No, I'm not.
It's fine if yours.
Okay.
No, it's not to edit out everything we've bad.
All right, so that's it for Marvel. So let's go into Masters of the Universe.
Woo!
Everyone saw
Oh, crazy.
Keep the applause going.
Yeah, this is our daily photos. Get some photos for us for the show. It looks amazing.
Oh, it's just so good.
Everybody also order a purple light for your pants. There's only one way to display it.
Yeah.
Don't you already own one?
Yeah, I'll please have plenty.
So November, pre-order. So we'll follow Mondo on our social.
Yeah, turn on post notifications for Panthor, man.
Is that the flocked one?
The flocked one is very limited, 500 units, but even with the timed edition, there are always people who miss it somehow. So I just tell people, turn on post notifications for Mondo so you don't miss it. All right, here's a big one.
So we have a reveal here. So we are doing something pretty special. We are going to be doing, and I may have to explain this a little bit, but we're going to be doing 15-inch jumbo.
That's awesome.
The original Scareglow, but with an actual skeleton on the inside.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
I'm like over the moon.
15 inches, dude.
Yeah,
So that's like the original body, like the 80s body.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
instead of painted.
Like
It has a real glow in the dark skeleton.
5 times
All the
bigger.
dark bones inside of the
That's
15 inch.
so.
Yeah, he'll come with a fabric cape.
They said it couldn't be done.
So I mean, this one took a minute too to get it figured out. Right.
Yeah. Because the articulation still has to work.
Yeah, it's still the arms move, the heads move, the head moves and stuff like that. But and the bones move on the inside. But just in case we didn't sell it enough, you can see what it looks like on the inside here. So that's him without.
Wow.
But yeah, so basically, you have the original sculpt, which we recreated for this, and just kind of push some of the details a little bit, just because we're blowing it up to 15 inches, so it's going to be a very big kind of statement piece for your collection. And you can see from the skeleton.
It's bigger than the other jumbo figures that exist.
Exactly. Right? So we're only 12.
There were 12. Yeah, so we had to go bigger.
3 inches bigger. A full He-Man figure bigger.
Yeah, so we're really excited about this. I think, I've heard so many people say they always wish that the Scarecrow actually had bones inside. I think it was tried once before, and so we're doing it, and we're really excited.
That's amazing.
That's gonna be
Just
great.
real quick about that, does that mean other future jumbos could be a possibility? Or?
Oh, yeah.
You want them?
I would like
Yeah,
What do
absolutely.
you got now?
I mean, there's another clear guy that has stuff on the inside.
Yeah.
Blue jumbo, right? There's a lot, yeah.
Packaging, how's it back?
It'll be in a box. What did you want?
You want a giant pizza bag?
Oh, listen, hardback. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe it's like a limited variant
Yeah,
or
I
something.
mean,
It's hard.
Our kind of exclusive.
since it's going to be vinyl, it may not be possible to do it with a hardback, but we'll try. We'll
This
see.
is like the jumbo Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think the back.
Yeah, the
one
Ken-
of
the
them,
Kenner
you know,
one.
you can-
Slide it
Oh,
out.
it's like
I think
a clamshell kind of deal.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can
Look,
put
they're
it
gonna
down.
Emiliano.
Emiliano in the
Hey,
All right. Thank you, Emiliano, for coming by. Appreciate it. You're amazing. Let's get into 1/6 scale. We have Teela.
Oh God.
Earlier this year, we're super excited to finally get to Teela. It's been a long time coming. It's just been, again, like with She-Ra, we've been just trying to refine things. This is still, not final, but it's our 3D. She's almost there, and we just wanted to share with you all because we're really excited, and can't wait to show her off once she's all painted up and everything.
One of the biggest challenges when doing a figure like Teela is that she has to be beautiful, but she has to be badass at the same time, and that's a fine line to walk. And,
Thank you for the 2000X head.
yeah, right?
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was a
God,
special
down the
request.
line too. It's a variant.
Yeah.
Old snake Teela.
Yeah, you got the
headdress
right
already.
there. So we can jump over to Orko.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
All of Mondo history. Yeah, so we are lucky enough to get the blessing of Mattel to do a maskless Orko.
Awesome.
Wow, yeah.
And it's
Awesome.
the first time ever. Yeah, I think that's a pretty big deal. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get to contribute to lore, like that's huge to canon.
yeah. And what's cool about it is that he is going to have a fabric robe and sleeve, so that's going to be all fabric. So we're gonna. He actually has a fully sculpted Orko body underneath there, and that's another first.
Is he ripped?
And he's tatted up. Old English type. Or on belly white,
Yeah, but that's another aspect of it that's unique, that's never really been shown, which is like what does he look like underneath? Kind of thing. So,
It's awesome because it shows that Mattel is super excited about this line and they're allowing us to take those kind of steps,
Exactly, and we had to have some fun and include the classic versions from the animation.
That is so great.
3L and the Orko and some little nods to that as well. And some
Multiple figures in this pack.
That's cool.
Yeah. This
Wait, so you're getting those figures as well?
Yeah, you're getting all this.
Oh, wow.
Is that Daymar?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh my God, that's Daymar. That's great.
Oh
my gosh.
His little stuffy that you see on his
That is so cool.
on the episode. So yeah, we do deep cuts.
That is awesome.
Yeah, this is gonna be huge.
The head sculpts are so good too, like with the
Yeah,
mystical
so
eyes.
on the right there is the sculpt, and we kind of mocked up the robe there so you can kind of see what it looks like, and you don't just see his legs hanging out because that's what it looks like without the robe. So, yeah, and then we can go to the next one, which is
Oh, wow.
work here on display, and
Screech.
Yeah, yes, Screech. Yes, yeah, we're excited to include Screech with it, and Evil Lyn, again, another one that's been long coming, and we just wanted to just kind of round out that original cast, right? So Evil Lyn will be coming up next year.
So 1/6 scale Screech, that's not a big wingspan.
It's gonna be
That
pretty
is
big.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know how. Yeah.
As big as Man Bat, don't you?
Boxes like this. So a couple of years ago, we were at PowerCon when it was in Anaheim, and someone asked us if we were going to be doing
Disco Skeletor.
So yes, we are.
Whoa. That is awesome.
We're going to be doing a limited edition variant of our Skeletor Deluxe as Disco Skeletor.
Yes.
Next year.
Promises kept.
Yeah, promises kept.
We listen.
YouTube thumbnail.
Listen.
We read the comments.
I was
Write
wondering
that
why-
down, Jay.
Sorry about that.
I got it.
We do listen. So yeah, this is one that I wanted to show off here just because it was the only reason we were doing it and did it was because someone asked us to do it at
Yeah.
PowerCon 2 years ago. So
100%.
I'm guessing the gold and all the paints is gonna be like.
yeah, it'll be very similar in style to the MOTU figures that we released. So like metallic paints. Yeah, it's
Let's go.
so now we're into two of our last.
This is crazy.
This one I think is a pretty big one.
This is a big one. People were asking about this last night in the groups, actually. Like,
Really?
They said, hey, why don't they do a vehicle?
Oh, beautiful.
What? Oh, wow. Holy crap.
I read it on like, I can't wait for tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
We're doing a 1/6 scale Sky Sled.
Greyskull.
Yeah, Emiliano's amazing work here on display. And yeah, I mean, we basically, when Emiliano and I were talking, was just we wanted to stay true to the original, but just update the design enough to where it feels like a more premium figure. It's gonna be huge, right? It's gonna be
It's going to be massive.
So yeah, we're really excited about this. It's gonna be our first vehicle that we've ever done, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our first vehicle, yeah.
I love to get to see inside it. That's so cool.
Yeah, that was actually something Emiliano suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's no longer a sticker.
yes, no longer. That was my first thing I told him. I was like, I don't want the dragon to be a sticker. I want it to be a fully it's a fully sculpted relief
panel
on the side. And then we discussed, and he was like, oh, we should do the panel removing so that you can see on the inside. It's pretty cool.
So cool.
Awesome. So now we're going to talk about something really.
This is really crazy.
Okay. I don't even know how to
So I'll do this.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Battle Cat and what variants we can make a Battle Cat, Duplicate, Copycat, Brady Cat, Scaredy Cat. And that felt very much like a one-trick pony, so we went another way.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this is the first look without any armor, and this is just to keep going on this. This is a brand new character, never before done, officially in lore that we at Mondo have created. That is now going to be Scareglow's.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. That is awesome.
Yeah, so Nyte-Mare, it'll be a canonized character, which is kind of a dream come true for everybody. We've now created a character within the universe of Masters.
That is incredible.
I imagine she'll be like that. Big old crazy. If you come by the booth, it'll look like Man Bad.
It's going to glow. All of that's going to glow.
Oh.
That is beautiful.
Armor.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's going to come with armor, obviously all of this, and then it'll glow, and it'll have giant wings. All the flame elements are going to be a transparent green material. So and actually,
Yeah, similar to Keldor's.
Yeah, similar to Keldor. And I mean, if you're gonna have a brand new, never existed speed for Scareglow, I think we have to do a new Scareglow.
Oh. Yes.
So we don't have a picture. Of it.
Aww.
We are.
We don't literally have you. Should we do it?
Yeah. Tell us, because you guys
You know the Scareglow?
we are going to make a Scareglow Deluxe. It'll be it'll be a new design that we are going to be creating at Mondo with Emiliano over there. He doesn't know that yet. But yeah, we will be working on that, and yeah, we're excited to show that off, and we're more excited than ever. This is the most excited I've ever been for anything we've done here, which is something like this, which is so cool and unique, and something I guess only Mondo could bring you.
Yeah, well, as creators, you know, when you get to work on these story characters with such histories and different iterations, it's awesome to update them. It's awesome to add your own thumbprints to that. But the opportunity to contribute something that could live on past all of us in this lore is such an honor, and can't wait for it. So if you guys, I hope you guys support it, because this could hopefully become something that we can continue doing.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that was it for reveals.
Let's get you guys
Some Q&A. So
yes. So there's a microphone right here. So people will start lining up behind the microphone, and then start taking some questions. All right, this Philly camera. Is it on? Do we have the Q&A mic on? Okay. It should be good. Hello?
there you go.
Okay.
I think it might have been answered with the Phantasm one, but when you do King Hiss, is it going to be two different body, top half of the body, or cover over? I guess it would be the same as Phantasm, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what we decide to do with the project itself, right? I mean, that's a oh, sorry.
Who's King Hiss?
No, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it varies, right? I mean,
Yeah, we're going to get into the design. If and when we get to that character, and I'd love to do it, it comes down to the design process. Like, what needs to be included? How do we want to approach the character in the first place? Is it something that we kind of iterate something new that that needs to be two tours, or is it one?
Right.
All that is still yet to be determined. But that's how we would approach something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking a question. Here's a gift for you.
Oh.
you win a record in a tiki mug.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
awesome.
man.
Awesome. Yeah, and say your name too. Sorry.
Okay. Well, the name's Patrick, and I gotta say, I absolutely love the MOTU line. I was lucky enough, I won the Blue Hordak at PowerCon 2 years ago.
Oh, nice.
So that was my introduction to the line. Since then, I've gone a little crazy. Bought way too much.
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets. But one thing I absolutely love, and the photographs are what spoil me, is you see all of these great backgrounds to go with it. Since you're a poster company and you do all of these great things, would you ever consider doing some either faux diorama pieces, just for display cases or something like that, where we could maybe have our displays look as beautiful as that photography you've got?
Stay tuned.
I think that's the.
What would you want?
I would love just a generic, either green brick for Greyskull or the purple Snake Mountain.
Yeah.
Just
Like rock textures, stacked up for
maybe
depth.
maybe with some interesting chains and little monsters and whatnot, but not
We
without.
have talked about doing inserts inside the packaging and do basically.
You mean sculpted? You mean sculpted or
Well, if it was even just a faux shell where it's just you put it on the back and you guys stand on it. So
I love you.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I love it. Give him a job.
You get a figure.
Symbiote Spider-Man from our Mecha line.
From Mecca, yeah.
The last time you won something, it really worked out well for us. So there you go.
Awesome. Great question.
First, just a statement: you guys make the best Masters Universe product out there.
Hey, thank you so much.
And there's a lot of Masters Universe products out there. We saw Stratos a while ago. I don't know. I mean, I love the lineup. I know there's only so many guys who can do it one time. That's still in the works at all, or that kind of pushed out?
No, I mean, we want to get to Stratos, right? And that isn't everything that's potentially coming out next year. We do have a couple more surprises, but yeah, Stratos is, we're all fans of
Yeah,
Stratos.
we've been talking about Stratos
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of figures that we are brainstorming that we have. We want to get to everybody,
Right,
believe it or
yeah.
not. And the reality, look, speaking frankly, the way this works is if you guys keep supporting the figures, we'll get to everybody. You know, and that's our goal. Like, I want to get to the snake men, all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's 1/6
I
scale,
want Clawful.
Fangor, Clawful, Buzz Off. You know, we want to get to all of them. So it really has to do with you guys supporting it. We're really building this together. We're making them, you know, we're selling them, but you guys are the ones with your feedback, with your comments, and the message boards, the YouTube comments, we look at all of that. And if you guys are continuing to be enthusiastic and support it, it's a big line.
Yeah, it is.
You know, we want to
It's
get to
growing.
everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks again, you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
You got it, too.
Iron Giant Mecca.
Very nice.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, my name's Noel, traveled here from Chicago.
Hey, Noel. Thank you.
Mondo team, I just want to say really quick, what you guys have been doing with the property from Mattel is extraordinary. I've been on since day one, the inception of the first guys.
Thank you.
A few years
Wow,
ago.
that's amazing.
This is just phenomenal. But my question is that, being that I witnessed that extraordinary flocked Panthor downstairs,
All right,
should you guys get some Moss Man? It's pretty feasible to see there be a flock Moss Man, right?
You want it to smell like pine needles too?
I would love for it to smell like pine needles. That's
Yes.
great.
And then we tack in a little spray to refresh them every once in a while.
Yeah, little mister.
Little mister.
I will say, if we do Moss Man, it won't be reusing Beast Man's body.
Okay.
Nice.
It'll be. I feel like when we're doing these in 1/6 and the scale that they're in and the detail that we put into it, we want to, you know, when it's required or if we can share a body, we will. But with Mossman, I would like to just give them a brand new like body that's more, you know, stylized and pushed.
And there's been so many great iterations of Mossman. We have such a blast figuring out what that iteration would be for us.
Exactly, yeah. But if we did do it, a flock one does make sense.
man.
Yeah. As a variant.
Thank you.
Disclaimer, flocking's still going to behave like flocking's always behaved.
Yeah, exactly. All you guys asking for flocking, just be real nice if your flocking, you know, starts to act up.
It gets
later.
all flocked up.
I think we only
All
have,
locked up.
we only have time for 2 more questions, so sorry, guys. Yeah.
Oh, my name's Memo, I'm from Chi-Town, and that's my wife, my uncle.
Hello.
I gotta thank him for getting me into the Mondos, because I didn't get them when you guys had first, I saw them, right? But it was him that got me into it.
Right on.
Thank you.
Did he upcharge you?
He actually gave me one, so.
Oh, amazing.
He
That's
hooked
awesome.
me up, so he's a cool uncle, so.
That's cool.
My question was the same thing that he had, where you guys are gonna put like displays, make display backdrops to put on like, you know, for the figures, so that you can, you know, like you said,
Yeah.
you know,
We keep leading up to this Greyskull question, aren't we?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Keep
Can we
running
just
up
do
to it.
Greyskull in 1/6?
Yes. Yes. That would be so nice.
And then we just stick your cat's lair in our Greyskull?
Yeah, a shelf for the cats.
Yes, in Greyskull.
In it.
Yes.
I would have to buy a whole new house for that.
Yeah, it's a
No, you
2
just
birds,
put
1
it into
stone.
Greyskull. You just sleep in Greyskull.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we've been talking about all of that. So yeah, believe me, we're talking about all that kind of stuff. And again, like I said before, you guys keep supporting it, and there's really nothing we can't do.
Yeah, and in terms of you know, little things for people, like the characters to stand on and stuff, we're definitely talking about that, and yeah, we haven't revealed everything. So.
Yes. This will be our last question, unfortunately, because they're going to take us out of here. But yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Nyte-Mare looks awesome.
Thank
so I'm
you.
going to
Thank
ask
you.
a question I'm sure everybody's wondering. Does this open us up to Strider and Night Stalker and Swiftwind?
Yes.
There we go.
Battle Cat.
Oh, we got a battle cat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rex.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Sorry, we'll get to everybody. Come see
Before-
us at the booth.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you have more questions, the Mondo team will be at the Mondo team.
Yeah, and give a shout out to Jay here. A round of applause for Jay for doing this flag. Thanks for watching. Keep going out.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys.
We appreciate you all. Thank you.
Jay,
Yes.
where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money?
We're going to talk about this panel.
We got a YouTuber being joined in here. It's gonna be a microphone fight.
You said it.